Hey, welcome back. Today is March 31st, Wednesday, and this is my second post today. And on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets very quickly, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into Ankr token, Ankr, USD, and see what has gone on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trending into, whether it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither. Today, we have Bitcoin dominance down about 0.7%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action down about 0.2%. Total altcoin market cap down over 1.5%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards, because total altcoin market cap is actually making gains today. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, the upside of that, I would usually see Bitcoin leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. On Bitcoin dominance here, has the 3-day time frame has been my focus. We are making a lower low now, okay? Also, with a lower low on the RSI, I want to switch focus now to the weekly time frame on Bitcoin dominance, because as of last week's weekly candle close, we did make a lower low as well, but with possible bullish divergence. With this new low now at the snapshot, okay, we are negating that bullish divergence, because right now we do have a lower low on the RSI as well. However, we still have about 4 more days left until this weekly candle close. So I'll still be keeping an eye out on this, because it's still too early to say that we have negated bullish divergence on this time frame. Now, if Bitcoin dominance continues downwards, more ideal for the altcoins. Let's go to Bitcoin. On the weekly time frame here, I want to point out that possible bearish divergence is still playing out, as we did see 2 consecutively higher highs here, okay? However, 2 consecutive lower highs on the RSI. Right now, I am looking for a higher high on the price action chart along with a higher high on the RSI to convince me that this bearish divergence is, in fact, done playing out, okay? Monthly time frame, we have not had a red candle yielded from this bearish divergence that has been happening for quite some time already. Not something I'll lose track of, however, because if it actually does play out and Bitcoin pulls back, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect will be greater on the altcoins if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards. Let's go to the daily time frame. Key resistance, 60K. Next resistance, about 62K, okay, from past trading history here. Key support, daily 21 MA, the blue line. Next key support, daily 50 MA, and seeing if that holds. Let's go over to Ankr. Let's take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily time frame and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here, we're currently about 95, so in very overbought territory. Weekly time frame here, we're at about 89, so it's still in overbought territory. I think it's still too early to say about any possible bearish divergence right now, because we haven't had a dip yet. 3-day time frame here, we're currently about 87, so still in overbought territory in most of these higher time frames here. And this 3-day candle closes in about 3 hours, so I think I can say with more confidence that this would end up in a red candle. If it actually does end up in a red candle, and the price action was to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 95 to negate bearish divergence, which is pretty high. Daily time frame, we're under 70, so we are not in overbought territory in the smaller of the macro time frames here. However, if the price action was to make a higher high, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 86 to negate bearish divergence. I don't think we have bearish divergence here right now, comparing this high with this high. Okay. Let's go over to the 12-hour time frame, where I want to point out a possible scenario that could be happening here. I do see a falling wedge pattern, a small falling wedge pattern. I got 2 sets of swings up, 2 sets of swings down. Okay. Now, falling wedge patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 68% chance of it breaking to the upside. Measure target. If we break out of this falling wedge pattern here, okay, without any adjustments, and let's take into consideration of breaking out by the apex of this falling wedge pattern, that I do have a measured target of slightly above 19 cents here, okay, which would make sense, which would be pretty in line with past resistance here from these couple of wicks, okay. Now, I do think this is also pretty in line with where the 12-hour 21 MA is, the blue line right here, because that's also coming up into the pattern, and that could be a catalyst for a breakout of the small falling wedge pattern. Okay. Now, this 19 cents measure target here, it's only theoretical approximate target only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Okay. Let's take a look into some key some immediate resistances and supports, key immediate resistances and supports relevant to this price action right now. Out of this pattern, I see resistance at about the 17.6 cents area from these 2 wicks, and this is on the 12-hour time frame, 17.6 to about 18 cents area, that range. Followed by this range of about 19 to about 20 cents range right here. And then one more at about the 22 cents, slightly under. Okay. Those are going to be some of the resistances out of this pattern. Key support, we're currently looking at one at about 15 cents, fib level area. Short-term moving average that could be acting as support will be the 12-hour 21 MA. If that does not hold, I'd possibly be looking at about the 12.5 cents fib level area as the next level of key support. Let's see where the daily 21 MA is. That's actually pretty lagging behind. That's still about the 10 cents fib level area. Okay. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Now we are looking at a shorter time frame here. Okay. Bullish case scenario. Price action breaks above this pattern and go towards its measured targets. Of course, if the price action breaks out sooner, the measured target will be higher. If it breaks out later, the measured target will be lower. Of course, that will take into consideration that if it breaks out later than what I have here, then I would have to extend out this falling wedge pattern as well, depending on if the shape still stays intact. I also want to point out some short-term moving averages that's also above the pattern right now that could be acting as resistance, okay? Such as the hourly 50 MA that's above the pattern. The 2-hour 50 and 21 are above the pattern. 3-hour 21 and the 50 looks like it could be above the pattern as it's upward sloping right now. The 3-hour 50, 4-hour 21, 6-hour 21. So quite a bit of short-term moving averages to be looking out for. Also, I want to stress that even though it looks like we have a short-term bullish pattern here, I will not lose track of the higher RSI readings. The high RSI readings on the higher time frames there, namely on the monthly time frame, weekly, and the 3-day, as I have pointed out. Okay? So those are some signs of caution. Let's take a look into the bearish case scenario. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks its bottom trend line. It looks like the 12-hour 21 MA should still keep this falling wedge pattern shape intact. If that does not hold, the next level of key support I'll be looking at will be about the 12.5 cents fib level area. If that does not hold, then I'll possibly be looking at either the daily 21 or the 10 cents fib level area and seeing if those hold. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.